Hey, what's up? It's Matt here. I'm in my motorcycle tool shed making a video on oil changes for our 2017 Harley Davidson FLSTC. Just changing it on the ground. I use this block of wood to make it level. I got me a K&N air filter, or K&N oil filter. Always do my air filter clean outs at the same time too, and my 3-point oil changes. And for oil, I use AMs, the 2050 synthetic. I put those in all the cavities. I do my 3-point oil change with AMs because it's supposed to be the best in keeping your air-cooled engine cool. So, and also on this bike, it uses a 5/8 wrench on all the bolts that I'll be working with today. I got these turkey pans. I guess they're like, got these at the dollar store, little aluminum pans. They fit really good underneath the bike. You can always twist them and bend them, and I use aluminum foil in case I have drips and stuff like that. But I have a rubber mat here that I got from Harbor Freight that's under the bike that keeps the bike nice and stable, but I don't want to get that messed up, so I use these little pans to catch all of my oil. Alright, on the 17 Harley Heritage, this is where my oil drain bolt is for my main cavity. It's right there if you're looking at the bike. So basically it'll be right past your transmission. I mean your bolt will be right past your first exhaust, pretty much like right below your fill tank here. So you look down, go underneath, and there's your bolt. So just loosen that bolt. I'll put my turkey pan there, some other shit, and start draining my oil. I also use the Permanex thread lock, the blue thread lock, and you can pick up these O-rings for your bolts. It's got a wide assortment, but I should have something in there for it to put on all my bolts that need to be sealed properly. And I got some Teflon tape for my threads. So I use a little thread locker on my Teflon tape to keep from leaking and to keep the bolts from jiggling loose. I'm warming up my bike for a couple minutes to get the oil to get warm so all the crap will fly out of it easier. More oil will come out quicker, and so will the particles. I also put a 2x4 under my kickstand, so the bike will be straight up and down. That'll help get all the crap out of the oil tank. I'll let it run it for a couple minutes. Alright, you see how I put the 2x4 under the kickstand to level out the bike some to get all the oil out. And I have a non-slip mat that I got at Harbor Freight for like 10 bucks. Taped them, like duct tape 2 of them together. It really helps the stability even when it's in the shed. Just won't slip on the wood as much. So I'm gonna get started on this video. And I got my 5/8 and got some cooking pans. I got a couple of these for to catch the oil. I put them underneath. 2 of them. Also got my rag just in case, because I got some non-slip stuff that I paid for, and I don't like getting any shit on the ground, so I keep a little bit of cautionary stuff on the thing. So I got my bike warmed up. Now I'm just gonna loosen the bolt that's on the frame. We're gonna get all the main oil cavity drained. got one extra pan right next to it, just in case. Just trying to loosen this up. Gotta turn the camera off so I can do it. Alright, so my oil's draining, and it's pretty warm. But I just rode my bike for like a couple hours today, so all the crap should be getting out pretty well. And I got my pan underneath. Drain bolt sitting where I can remember where it is. An extra pan for later, in case something went wrong with this one. I'm just gonna let that drain out real good. Get all the crap out of there. Then I'm gonna fix up this bolt. Alright, so I got my oil bolt. I cleaned it all off. I cleaned all the threads off there with my fingers and a towel. I'll go and get all the old Teflon tape off it. This O-ring, I'm gonna replace this black O-ring here. I'm just gonna pop it off with a screwdriver if I can get the fucker off. I don't have any really thin ones that I like to use in shed here. It's in the house, but anyway. Pop the little O-ring off. Grab a new one up. These O-rings are what? I should have ripped them first. Okay. These are 9/16 by 7. So get a brand new one of those out. Slide it over the threads. Make sure you get it all the way down. And then I'll go ahead and put my Teflon tape around it. Winding your Teflon tape with the threads. So if you take your thumb and you have your thumb in there in the groove, the right way to wind this, your thumb should be moving away from the nut. So you want to do it that way. That's how you wind these correctly. So for me it'll be, I guess, counterclockwise. So I guess that's right. Anyway, you put that tape on and you wrap it accordingly to the way you're turning the bolt. So you're going to turn the bolt, tighten it, so you wrap it accordingly so it goes in the direction of the threads. So it's working with the nut instead of against it. So I get my Teflon out. Such crap, it's hard to find shit. I don't have my Teflon tape. Always keep extra Teflon in the house or in the shed. I got my Teflon, got my bolt, a little extra crap on my bolt here, and I'll get that off. Smooth. Make sure your bolt's clean. Try to get it as straight as you can on there without making a damn mess, which is a pain in the ass with this stuff. It's really flimsy, but it's really easy to take on and off. But if you fuck up, you might have to clean your threads again. But try a couple times to get it perfect, then worry about it after the fact, because I want this thing not to drip anything. The Harleys in the past they were like known for dripping oil, but if you seal up your bolts and you put your O-rings on and you keep your Teflon tape on these, there's no reason why they should be leaking oil. I'm a third Harley and none of them have leaked oil. The only oil that's ever came off of them is because I'm a little messy when I do this stuff, but I got my Teflon wrapped around there pretty good. Not too much, you know. I wrap it around a couple times, give it enough stick. When I go to put this on, it'll be nice and snug. I don't think. I use a little thread locker, I guess. I don't know if I usually do or not. I probably should. But, I'm gonna wait to see if it has cleared up yet. I'm actually using a 17mm for this K&N bolt. Oil filter loose. Get my aluminum foil underneath as best I can. Get ready to put it right in there so I can catch what I can. I'm not trying to make a mess, but it's almost impossible not to. Alright. Fuck it. I've tried that many times. There's no way to fucking not make a mess doing this. That I know of. That's been successful for me. So I just clean that shit up when I'm done. Got the same kind of oil pan underneath. Shouldn't be dripping too much out, but do what I can to catch it. The size oil pans I'm using are just enough to catch what I need. I rode home with my motorcycle when I bought these, so I wasn't buying the big turkey pans like I usually do, so made more of a mess this time. But it's a lot easier when I'm trying to make a video in the shed. Clean that up some, shit off it. Now, I got that taken care of. I'm gonna get my new oil filter out. Okay, and then put the old one in here now. The old one inside. I'm gonna attempt to make a little bit less of a fucking mess. In the small shed, it's doable, but it ain't easy to work in here, but especially when they're big like me. It's a real pain in the ass. But I'd rather be doing it than out on the driveway in the dark. At least I got a couple of drop lights in here. Dropping shit on the fucking. You put a little bit of oil around your edges so your seal's nice. Just put a little around there. Get it nice and lubricated. Get off my hands. install my new K&N filter. Once I get this done, I'll drop my oil in. Okay, so I got all my oil drained, a new filter on. Now it's time to put 3 quarts in your main oil tank reservoir. Pour real slow. I got a long filter, a long funnel, and then I put a fat funnel inside the long funnel, make it easier. Do it slow. Just show it with Pike. Dump 3 of these in and I'm finished. Check it, run it,